Yellow, TheViper, Nicov, Saracens. We are starting game number 1 with me, Mr. Tristan, T90, and we are on Warlords 3 round of 16. TheViper, the Snake with Khmer in the south. It's a yellow, Nicov in the purple in the north. And it's the first time we see this map. And for this map, what civilization you prefer, Tristan?
Well, the first thing I got to look to is what's the wall potential like, right? That changes things for both of these civilizations here. Both civilizations have a lot of reason to maybe skip some steps. Saracens using the market. They could rush up to the next stage. And Khmer could just simply, full wall and fast castle here. So it looks like the wall potential's there. I'll be curious to see how they wish to start this. We have Nicov, who hasn't beat Viper ever in a tournament series before, but he's got a civilization which could be quite aggressive in Castle Age Mem. So there's potential to be aggressive here on Lowland, but with the walling being so easy, it could just see some greed from Viper or from Nicov here.
You asked me before, and now I saw it in my channel, the panel, about the series count, 13-0, and the game count in those, I'm talking about S-tier, A-tier tournament matchups, 35 wins, 6 losses.
Yeah,
so
that's
Nicov
rough.
has won 6 games ever to TheViper in tournaments.
Yeah, and that's why, really, if Nicov has a chance here today, he's got to start off strong, right? Because that lives in your head, Mem. There's no getting around it. Like, casters could say, you've got to forget about that. No, you just can't, all right? And I've lost a lot more than Nicov has. You just can't forget when someone is that much better than you. So Viper's going to wall up now, Mem. And this is the thing. It's like, you don't really know what the Khmer are going to do. It's 2 different extremes. We see all the time the Khmer going fast feudal into scouts, which is faster than a lot of civs. But they also, on a map where you could wall, could be greedy and try a fast castle. It's going to be really interesting to see when Nicov ends up scouting what Viper's doing here.
Well, and with Khmer, you can see about the mindset. I was casting yesterday, Tatos versus Hard. Andy was co-casting with me. And then he was telling Memp, you see in this position, if Hard was playing against me, he would have killed me already. Since he's playing against Tatot in some of the maps, he's being conservative. And this is all about what you are talking about, who you are facing, right?
Yep.
You take that in consideration.
Yeah, but
100%.
And you do, and it goes to the other way as well. Viper's strategy here is because he's dominated Nicov so many times, and he feels he can get away with it. I mean, Mem, the big thing I'm looking at here is Viper's golds, because you only get 4 tiles of gold on this map. They are all next to the walls. So that is the biggest reason that I'm surprised that Viper is trying this. Now, it doesn't necessarily confirm to us it's a fast castle yet, but as Viper farms in the middle of nowhere there with the Khmer bonus.
Because he's doing in honor of you. I know that you were sad without the farm. It's okay. He's doing it to make you feel good, you were like, oh my God, the auto farms is killing me, Hey, Viper is a fanboy from T90, man.
Listen,
man.
I was the OG Khmer farmer, all right? I did this before this bonus existed, so.
Okay. Yeah, but this, look at okay, this is too much. I mean, I'm the host of the tournament. Do something for me, Viper. I don't bring you anymore, Tristan.
Well, so here's what's funny about this. I agree, it looks silly, and it's total T90 farm, but like, that is the most vulnerable area for your walls. So it's actually brilliant because if someone starts attacking you with a lot of army, you need to quick wall behind. And if you just went home, you would have to send a Vil a very long distance. So I kind of like that from Viper, honestly.
No, I mean, we're joking, It's just fun.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, if you have to go back there and rewall, you don't. Even more, we forgot to mention a Saracens bonus because we see what the players are doing, but the Viper doesn't know what Nicov is bringing. Imagine that he's coming with archers. He go through really fast.
I like the decision here from Viper, from Nicov. So originally, he was being super greedy. I expect a lot of that from Nicov today. He's going to push in every deer. He's going to try and take risks. High risk, high reward. And in this case, the risk was not scouting his opponent. And so he didn't know Viper was walling. And so what he's decided here after building the barracks is it's a waste to go for army. If I make army, Viper will wall it out. Instead, well, actually, he's making a stable now, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But he did drop the market awfully early here, and I thought he was going to try and make his way to castle.
Yeah. It's still, he need the building to go up. So market or I mean, Blast or stable.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's just not gonna do army. He's gonna go castless. But this is the thing. Khmer, you don't need buildings, and now he's gonna go right away up as soon as he click feudal age. Maybe 1 billion more.
Really
Maybe
clean.
1 billion.
Really clean fast castle time for Viper here. Just going to miss a little bit of food, but he shouldn't have to make another Vil. He drop off the food, and boom, there he goes. And so Nicov will know this, Mem, and Nicov will now see that Viper's golds are forward, but Viper will probably add a stable, I'm guessing, or something so he could make a bit of army for the map right now.
Viper is booming, Tristan.
You think he goes full boom?
Booming. I mean, look at the goal. He's just go away with the villains from the goal. He's doing TCs. What the hell? Okay. Well, with the castle time up that he's gonna have, he's gonna be fine. And tell me what damage can do Nicov right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. All right, and this is it's the perfect start for Viper. He doesn't have to worry about being harassed early. He can kind of warm up and ease his way into the series. You know, you have...
This is Tristan.
Yep.
Sorry that I interrupt you, because it's very important, this question that come to my mind. Remember that the higher seed give the category to the lower seed. In this case, the Viper give that category to Nicov. Why you pick this map against the Viper? Do you want to make a map that is kind of probably the slowest in this category instead of going, for example, Arabia? You don't have more chances to beat the Viper on Arabia that is more unpredictable?
Well, this is Nikov's last civilization pick, so it's possible that, like, when I look at Saracens, I see a civilization that might not be the best civ, but has a lot of potential to like, kill fast, right? So maybe, in his mind, he was like, if I lose game 1, I shouldn't be disappointed because it's my last civ pick, but if I win game 1 with my last civ pick, then I'm feeling like a king. So that could have been part of the reasoning for Nicov here.
Yeah, but how do you do damage now? He's going to have 2 TCs. He's mining stone and gold, so he's using the market. It's not that you see the stone miners and, oh, he's going to drop a castle, or he's going to go now siege forward. He's going to go boom as well, Nicov. Because if Nicov now go boom as well, he's behind already.
Yeah. Well, what you can do is you could get optimal TC positions, though, right? Like Viper's TCs, they're going to be nice and tucked behind his walls. Nicov has added additional scouts, kind of like an arena game at this point. And he could maybe get some relics and then place TCs at the bottom mem. So I think, like, yes, Viper is staying completely safe, but Nikov's TC positions will be better. He could make camels against the Khmer, or, you know, whatever Viper can make with Khmer, Saracen should have an answer to. So it would be nice to see how this plays out.
That's for sure. I mean, it's going to take a while to have the action, because they are playing more like in a semi-open category, like more like a close one.
Yep.
Second TC as well, now on the stone. The other TC, as you mentioned, in the middle. And we're going to see economy for sure.
Yeah.
Well, if the Viper is not getting the economy advantage, as you mentioned, the longer the games goes, the better for Saracens, no?
Yeah. Now, Mem, try and forget who the players are for a second. And think about this position right now. Look at what's playing. I think if you reverse the player names right now, you think, well, guess what? Viper's got the better TC on the gold. Viper's got scouts for map control to get the relics, right? You flip the names in your head, and suddenly you're looking at what is actually like Viper's position, and you're like, well, this guy has no map control. So I like what Nikov's done. I'm seeing the eco upgrades coming in. I'm seeing the TCs in the perfect spots, and he's also confirming that Viper has no military right now, which is really well done, which is something that you could easily forget and, you know, maybe get surprised by something at some point.
Yeah, but now he's starting to make double stable. He's playing with the Khmer power, Tristan. We forgot to say about this farming Khmer that is going to be insane, and then he will do probably light gas and will spam army, and then also a monastery to try to grab the relics. And then in this kind of position, the economy for the Viper has to be better, because he's without the market, while now Nicov is relied a lot on the market abuse, and he has what, 6 farmers, while the Viper already 20 farmers.
Yeah, and I think it's beyond the point right now where Nicov can pressure. He's kind of, if you choose to boom like this, that's what you're doing. You can't really switch into any offensive pressure right now. So Nicov, I'm curious to see how this plays out because Viper might actually hide the scouts. Like, maybe Viper doesn't just run forward through his walls to attack Nicov right now. Maybe he, like, deletes a hole on the side of his walls and surprises Nikov's base with the scouts.
Yeah. Well, have you checked also resources collected already?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
The
Viper,
Viper.
the farms with
Yeah.
Chimera are just nuts. It's so smooth for
This
Viper.
is really sick. Really sick. Anyway, husbandry now. He's definitely hiding for now, but not for too long. He's doing the husbandry and he want to go outside from there. And the Viper is gonna have so crazy smooth economy. He's doing the blast bit now. He's spamming farms all the time, and the difference in the economy is just gonna keep growing, I believe.
Yeah, and husbandry is
He's right
interesting because Viper's starting scout is still alive. That scout will probably survive to get back home somehow. And then husbandry means he's immediately on top of Nikov's scouts, and Nicov doesn't necessarily have a lot of time to get home. The only thing that Nicov has beyond scouts is monks, which is not what you want when there's scouts out in the field right now.
Yeah. And, well, I don't know if there would be devotion involved in a moment or not. Light gas already, too. Do you see coming maybe now Viper with a siege shop close to that that area? Oh, my God. 4 stables. 4 stables now from the Viper. He's going to spam army like crazy then.
Yeah, he is. And he's going to get Lightcap into Nikov's base. Now, this is going to be awkward for Nicov because he's already up against the stronger farming civilization. But now, in what is supposed to be his farming eco, he's got random units running around. He's got to react on the front. He's reacting in his base. But Viper does need to be careful. I'm really surprised that we're not seeing Nicov make at least 1 camel here. I think a couple camels with Saracens, and you can defend from the light cav.
Well, 20 with more HP as well. They are very strong. But now this is why the Viper is doing the barrack. He's thinking, oh, he will do probably some camel, and then I will need something like some spearmen. That's what he's doing. But for now, he's not doing camels. Population is still very similar because Nicov, let's be honest, his macro is being with the market or not. 1 minute, 2 minutes idle TC. Now the Viper is having a lot of idle time. So he's getting closer, but 33 farmers, 17 farmers. It's still a lot, Tristan.
Yeah, Viper's just gone to Stone Mem, so he's going to plan on a TC, probably TC number 4, maybe even 5. So he will come to the middle and TC at some point, but he's just trying to get a feel for what Nicov is doing at the moment. Keep Nicov on the move. But so far, I mean, Nicov has not lost any vills. Nicov has only lost 1 unit this entire game, man. It's 6-1 KD for Nicov. That may change here in a moment, but Nicov is actually held really well against Viper right now.
Yeah, and the efficiency with the economy is still solid, it's still strong. But already heavily on a stone, the Viper. We might see a castle drop soon, and this is already 3 barracks. 3 barracks. The problem here is that Viper usually feels really, really comfortable with this kind of macro games, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. Yep, it's been the perfect game for, the start for Viper and his style. And man, even though Nicov is defended from this, it's like, it does feel like that Viper's got that next step prepared. The pikeman switch will come in. He's got the siege workshop. He's on stone. That could be a castle even. A castle or TCs for Viper. But if Nicov notices that, Nicov could mix in a bit more army with his light cav and camels. And maybe some siege could work. And maybe he could deal with the pikemen.
Yeah, but look at the thing here now. Like, even if he's doing what you say, this is starting to have a lot of farm. He's doing rams as well. I see the castle coming soon. Nicov won't have a stone and oath. And even if there's some monks on the field, Viper has already 1 rally. He's going to take another. It's too many units. He's going to try to convert the camel. And the middle, it's full of the Viper army. I know that the score is almost the same because the population is almost the same. But he's getting little by little more and more map control, the Viper.
Yeah. Finally, Nikov's starting to lose some vills. And, I mean, it's been so impressive from Nicov to stay in this game. Like, again, the KD was so much better than I thought it would be. But eventually, if Viper has this much time to just harass you, you're going to break. And it's the pikemen I'm worried about, man. We're going to see cav archers from Nicov, but that's going to take so much time to mass them.
Yeah. How many archery ranges he has? 1 only.
Yeah.
Right? So imagine that. It's gonna take a while, and he's already floating 500 stone. The castle will be probably in front of that monastery. The ram is already there, and with 40 Khmer farms. Look at the resources collected already, Tristan. And
it's
probably
crazy.
that difference is basically the food.
Yeah.
It's basically the food, right? So,
yeah. It's really impressive
check.
how Viper does this. Like, he's making it look way easier than it actually is.
3,200 food more.
He's flying, man. He's flying. And Nikov's been buying the food, right? That's the difference. The Saracens, they try and buy the food using the market. But, man, I think Viper is all but finished off Nicov here if he could drop a castle. If he could drop a castle right next to this TC, Nicov is completely stuck. Mem, he's farmed here. Nicov has 12 farms outside of his walls. So, like, it's not just the gold eco. His farming eco, which is already not good compared to Viper's, is going to be affected.
Yeah, it's his economy. The score is still pretty much the same because Nicov has more kills. But you all know, guys, that it's not about the kill sometimes. It's about the map control, about the timing, about the momentum. And the timing and momentum now, it seems for the Viper, even if now he's taking the score lead. But the castle need to be up.
Can we...
Tristan, and with 5 villas, it's not enough.
I was going to say, is Viper going to really build this castle with 4 vills? Is he that confident? Because, I mean, I actually think he could do it. But talk about potentially throwing a game here to make things interesting for us if you're only building it with 4 vills. And one of them is weak. So Viper clearly confident
he's
here.
Bringing more. He's bringing more. He's bringing more.
There we go.
He's bringing more. Like 6, 7 more. And look at the amount of villas he was having idle. Nicov. Now he fixed it, but it's so many on the TC.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The population is still ahead for Nicov. But I mean, you have the feeling that the score, the statistics here, doesn't matter, right, Tristan? That you feel that Viper is getting the game.
Yeah, and it's just like Viper's just tossing away units. He doesn't care if he loses units underneath TCs, apparently. Castle's still questionable, Mem, but it's going to go up. And once that's up, Nicov is going to be in big trouble.
Yeah, because look at now also the farmers. There's light cat raiding all over at the back of his base. The Viper has killed now so many villages, and it's not about the kills. I mean, Nicov KD, Tristan 68-53 in favor. Yeah. But then the Echo KD is about the quality of that KD as well and the map control. I don't know, man, but Nicov 145 population. Wow.
Viper is probably going to immediately snag this relic because he's obsessed with them. So he'll have 4 relics, most likely. Maybe even have 5, depending on where one of them is. I guess the other one's in the right corner. And the problem for Nicov is he just cannot compete with the production, right? He also, like, is just 3 steps behind in terms of control of the map now because he doesn't have long-term control of gold, which is so important on Lowland.
Because Tristan, the Viper has 3 TCs. Nicov has 5 town centers. He has 20 villages more. Yeah. But he's just producing villages all the time. Yeah. Okay. But it does have the numbers on army.
Viper didn't have loom?
The loom. He made the castle without the loom. That's another level of greedy. You know,
that castle actually could have been denied by camels then. I doubt Nicov realized that loom wasn't in there, but yeah, man, 3 hours of total idle time for Nicov and climbing because he's going to be in and out of town center still. This is just, it's such a painful situation if you're in Nikov's position. It must also be confusing because he's ahead in score, yet it feels like he has no control whatsoever. Maybe, are we misjudging this? Is Nicov, I mean, his Cav Archer mass is up to 2?
What mass? Up to 2, okay.
Yeah, I don't know when it becomes a mass.
When you say that, he's watching another game. Okay, but then you troll me a little bit. We'll troll everyone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the score is almost the same. Well, the score is because of the KD. But as we were talking, you kill units and you keep spamming because your Echo is brutal. Because he has 4k resources more with 20 villages less. But then he has killed 20 villages and now he's going to drop another castle. Viper just feel... The snake just feels so comfortable in this situation. He's just spamming army non-stop.
Yeah, if he walls in these villagers, this castle will go up. If he doesn't wall in these villagers, this castle might actually be denied. I'm sure Viper might feel like it's inevitable, but he is throwing knights in against Saracen camels. Nicov sees the castle, Mem. He didn't bring the camels over to deal with it, and he's going to drop a tower. This normally never ends well for the tower. Oh, man.
No, the castle is not going to be up. There's not many villages. And now he needs to bring, well, more pikes. The elephants are coming. That castle is going to be denied.
Wow.
For sure, he needs to go back. Okay.
Dude, man.
And population for Nicov is still strong.
Nicov is a chance here. And also, I kind of love to see it. Nicov is clearly in full panic mode, right? You're just like, produce army, produce villagers, micro. He's got 160 villagers, man. I actually think with looking at the current population for Nicov, he may get up to like 180 villagers. It doesn't seem like he's going to realize that this is his situation right now.
He's not going to be, because he would resign earlier. When he's doing this castle, I mean, the score looks so close. Like, he's getting attacked all over the map now.
Yeah.
Like, all those 12 farmers you mentioned are gone. Still they're built, but it's not working. Now that TC is going to be gone as well. And in the meanwhile, he's also getting raided. But this is I don't know if this is I don't know. What he could do, Nicov, here to stop this mass from Khmer. Because
I think
maybe a castle himself?
I think a couple camels initially and husbandry with Lycav. And honestly, I'm not sure what more. Because, like, the way Viper opened this was just so perfect. You either have to kill Viper quickly and be aggressive in Castle Age, or you just have to outplay the same style Viper has done here. Nikov's at 165 vills. His population says he's in the game. He won't realize, people, that he has that many vills. That it's not like this is intentional. It's just he's not pop capped, so he doesn't think to check if he's overboomed, and he's losing vills all the time, so he's always going to produce more.
Yeah, look at the third castle he's doing. That's crazy. I mean, the score is the same because Viper is just spamming units. This is more like if you are playing against an AI, right? That this is spamming unit, not controlling, because Viper is not really controlling that army. He's just spamming army non-stop, Tristan.
Yeah, Viper's almost playing this kind of like Goths. It's like, I don't need to kill your army. I just need to spam units and outproduce you, honestly, because the KD is still better for Nicov. But yeah, Nicov, man, we talked about his mindset. We talked about his mindset. He's fighting right now, but like, you worry for Nicov a little bit, considering the history between these two and how dead he looks right now and how, bad this situation continues to get. It seems like he's really struggling to come to terms with the situation right now.
And you can see how important is willpower for Khmer. He's doing the mini 36 after all this and 143 villages, 60 farmers. The economy keeps exploding and exploding and exploding. And it really looks like Viper knew exactly what he wanted to do in this game. Tristan.
And I think
he's doing it.
I mean, this game is pretty over. If Viper wants to ensure that it's even more over, he could just stop production for a moment and go up to Imp. But honestly, he could stay in Castle Age too and continue to drop castles on Nicov. Nicov is completely surrounded.
On the left with the ballista elephant, cutting the trees used to kill the village, man. Oh my god, to take everything.
And that's the thing, man, is it's already bad, and then you see that stuff, and you're just like, what am I dealing with here? What am I dealing with? Great play from Viper, and man, you brought it up, and I honestly, I agree. This is just the perfect map, the perfect start for the Viper. It suits his style, and I mean, there might not be another player in the world that's as good on this style of map. So not a great start for Nicov, of course, but hopefully a long series because there's still more games remaining, seeing as it's a best of 7.
I honestly don't understand the map choice, because now we're going to see in the draft, guys, like in Lowland is enclosed, in Arabia. Even enclosed, I prefer more, because there's more possibilities to do damage. Also, that the generations can be the players closer as well. And then Arabia, I think he picked the best map for Viper, honestly.
Yeah, but it was his worst civ, right? I think very differently about the situation if that's Nikov's like third pick on civs. But if that's just his last civilization, I think you already count Lowland as a loss if you're Nicov. And you just say, if I win this, my worst civ beat the Viper. If I lose, I don't care because I have all my other plans prepared. That's what I think.
It's very nice to see a lot of viewers, so hopefully everyone enjoy. And our gamer and our community, Mr. Tristan, very healthy, man. Very healthy, dude. Even more with tournament, right?
Well,
very healthy, man.
And the sets have been
excited.
And the sets have been really good. It has been really good. I mean, you talked about how you feel as though mixed maps is kind of the beauty of the game. That's always been my feeling. To see players not just have to be good at like one strategy or two strategies, but really have to be complete is kind of the beauty of it for me. So it's been great, and that's going to be something that Nikov's going to struggle with because we're looking at Viper, who for so long has been known as so well-rounded here. So Georgians for Viper, Malians for Nicov. The generation on Spiral that they've gotten, because it's not always quite like this, has the berries and the deer further away. So that is likely less of a factor. And then the fish pretty close by here. So if I had to guess, Mem, I would say both of these players going to be thinking a lot about the fish. Yeah. They'll know both players will dock, and both these civs are really good at contesting water here.
And this is why, and I was talking with Wes before, and I'll talk to you, this kind of map with different generations make the maps more interesting and also complex, because maybe you think to pick a civilization to go dominant on water, and then you get the DC on the farther position, and then the water has less impact.
Yeah.
You know, like the civilizations impact can change according to the map generation in the start.
Yeah, I agree. So like, I think the more extreme one is Cumans. In Titans League, we had some people trying Cumans here so they could build the second TC on the berries. But if like you were to gamble here and pick Cumans, you would probably be upset because you'd have to run a really long distance to drop the TC on the berries.
By the way, before they start the action, because they have already dogs, did you enjoy the Andy versus Leary series?
I was such a great series. I enjoyed the series, but I gotta say, Mem, I'm still really disappointed for Andy. I feel so bad for him. Like, Mem, in game 3, I don't know what your thinking was, but it looked like Andy was going to win that. And when Leary started to hold on, I said, guys, if Andy loses this game, Leary's going to come back and win this series. And I'm so disappointed for Andy that I was correct on that, because he played so well, dude. He could have easily won that series.
But even after that, he was still competing because he got also another game and put 3-1 on the series.
Yeah, exactly.
So it really didn't affect on his mindset at all. But, well, as people was asking me, hey, Mem, the best series of the tournament and so on. And then I was thinking and telling, maybe we have seen already.
Yeah, maybe. I think...
Because it's hard to get that series, you know?
Yeah.
It's really hard to get that series.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think tomorrow on paper, those were the two sets I thought would be best. So we should have a lot of great action tomorrow. It's Doubt and Barles. I think that has great potential. Barles is playing amazing. And then Sebastian Yo is also just disgusting on so many levels.
With how Sebastian recently has been playing facing Mr. Yo, oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We'll keep going. We will keep going because now the Viper is coming and he's going to try to get the water. But look how far to build that dock. Tristan.
Okay, Mem, I've noticed something. I've got to bring it up. It happened in the previous game. Nicov pushed excessive amounts of deer. He pushed his original ones, but then he went to the middle, like down on that hill, or sorry, the lowland, and pushed deer. Look at him now. He's doing the same thing. And you do this, Mem, when you're like, okay, I need an edge over my opponent. But what this does is you lack scouting intel. So he's scouting with his fishing ship right there. Nicov just did it to check if Viper's going to dock him, but he didn't check the other side. And so right off the bat here, Viper, he's going to start to harass Nikov's fishing ships. And Nikov's just kind of getting punished a little bit for taking some risks and being greedy here.
But look at Nicov resources. He's going fast castle.
Oh.
Fast castle.
Ooh, okay.
But he had to what? Because his market and blinded, he needs to sell probably his stone to go up.
Nicov needs to go full phosphorus strategy, Memp here, okay? He needs to click up. He needs to send his vills to the stone underneath his TC. He needs to plan to build a castle next to woodline and a gold. He's doing the strat, man. It's been going around. Remember, Andy did it against Leary, right?
Yeah. That was a different map. It was Haboob.
And listen, Nicov has messaged me many times. This is awkward because I know Phosphor is watching. He's messaged me many times complaining about the strategies. He's always like, he's not a fan of like the crazy all-in fast castles. But Nicov also told me once, he said, I don't know what it is, but I'm the best with civilizations and strategies that I hate. So here we go, baby. This is going to get interesting.
But check the score. The Viper, I believe he has some experience. Just some experience.
Yeah.
Don't you think that he is smelling the fast castle? For now, I'm checking the scout, and he see already market and level, so he knows that he's going up to castle it. And look at the Viper resources.
So
It's not too far.
So here's the thing about this strat, right? The strategy is really good if you build a castle and then you have wood and gold unique unit. Usually ranged units like camel archers, war wagons, Ratha, the list goes on.
Organ guns.
Organ guns, exactly.
Yeah.
Where it's not that good is if you have a unique unit that costs food because you lose all your food. You're sacrificing food. So I'm pumped that we're seeing Nicov try something different because clearly against Viper, he's always struggled. But I don't know how many units he's really going to be able to create out of this castle.
He's saving the village. No, he didn't save the village. I like it. I mean, I'm sorry. People are gonna think that I'm a Viper hater, but no, I love the Viper, but I hate when he's saving the village like this, Tristan.
Well, it makes it
Seriously,
interesting
man,
now.
you
Now
have
we
to lose
can,
them all.
when Viper actually quick walls in a villager next time, we can actually be hyped because he failed here. So he's making it interesting for us.
Okay, but the castle he's doing is obviously at home. This castle is not the best, and as you were talking, he has 1-2 villages on food. How many Gebetos can do right now with this economy?
Well, your favorite economy here would be the market. Now, what Nicov won't do is he won't stop producing villagers, which would save food for you to make Gebetos. But yeah, Mem, I think you just maybe send a couple extra vills to gold and you just buy whatever food you need for now. Gebetos could be really strong here, but he has to do damage fast.
Yeah. Well, they are far. That's another problem. I mean, these kind of strategies usually work in maps like Habub, close maps, that you can't really go quick. Or if you are in Nomad map and then you are close to your opponent, look how far they are. It will take a while to get there. And I believe that now the Viper, what he will do in castle is maybe some charge.
Viper has...
Because it's not minus star.
Does Viper have a hole in his wall on the left between the house and the palisade?
Yeah. There's a hole. Clear.
Okay. Oh, that could be a pretty big deal.
That was in the spot he lost. That was in the spot he lost that village. You know?
Yeah.
So...
Well,
Viper can go cap arches maybe, but that he has archery range? No.
I think Viper's going to go monk
hole,
here. I think at the very least he's going to drop a monastery. That hole could end Viper here, though, man. No joke. Like, he's still 50 seconds away from Castle Age. Gebeto could kill 5-10 villagers, and suddenly this game is even. Look at Nikov's eco. His eco is actually insane. He's got farms. He's got enough food to continue to make Gebetos and villagers. This is really smooth from him.
Yeah, but now you know what is gonna happen. Nicov is gonna think that there is no hole and he will never find the hole.
Yeah. Yep. You're absolutely right.
All the time.
I mean, unless it's the angle, I swear there. I don't think we're crazy. I think there is actually a hole there.
No, it's a hole. And now he's doing the charge to defend the woodline. Okay, but I don't see that Viper is doing anything else than that.
Yeah, he's gonna
come in.
These mule carts are really gonna be wheeling around here. Because, I mean, the nice thing for Viper is he could hop inside of them, but I think the best unit for Viper might just be a couple monks. Hopping in and out of the monasteries nonstop with monks is maybe your best play.
Good thing with the charge is that he can move, so he can relocate the resources. Now he's mining a lot of stone, so we're gonna see Monaspas versus Gebetos.
Yeah, maybe. I mean... I'm really impressed with this build. This felt to me like Nicov was going to go all in. He wasn't going to have economy. Nicov might not have eco upgrades, but his economy is actually looking pretty good at the moment. But Viper sees him, Viper kills the Gebeto, and Viper's got a monk out now.
And not only that, look what the Viper is doing. Look on the right side of the map, at home center. Far away from everywhere, you know.
Oh man, not only that, man, but he converted a Gebeto, he kills a Gebeto, he's not going to kill another Gebeto, and now Nicov will be feeling like, man, maybe I should have kept my units together. He's splitting them up a lot right now. They need to be in a big group.
Well, he has 9 Gebetos, but they are not together, as you mentioned. Like, what, 2 on the left, few on the right, some more in the middle, then some at home.
Yeah.
Put them all together. You saw yesterday, Tato, when he put all those Gebetos together, the damage he did to hard, like crazy. But you need to have all them together. But if he's not doing damage and he's still on 1 TC, the Viper is fine.
Someone says...
Completely fine.
Mem, someone said... Viper likes those 800 elo secret bases with that new TC. Oh. That is so true.
Oh my God.
It's like, because you remember when you first started playing, I don't know if you were like this, but you always like to feel extra safe, you know? And that's what Viper's eco is on the right-hand side right now.
Oh my god. Well, let's see what's gonna happen. I mean, the map is quite big also, so you can expand your economy. Now, great tone center for Nicov on the berries, on the deers, being fine, but he's already behind in that regard. There are a few houses as well, and it's becoming another macro game. So the question is, instead of doing that TC, shouldn't he maybe go for a situation forward? And talking about Nicov.
Honestly, with how he's booming, I think you might be able to do both. Like, and also, when we saw the Nomad game between Tato and Hart, I was really thinking in Castle Age, what on earth can good knight civilizations do against these freaking Gebetos? I couldn't really find much of an answer. So when I think about Georgians, I think full knights. Right now, Viper can't really afford many knights, nor do I think it would work well. So I actually think full Gebeto could be a valid strategy here for Nicov. I don't think he needs to end it right now.
Yeah. Oh, look how he's killing those buildings, those Gebetos. Damn. And this core, if people think, oh, the Viper is really ahead with this core, is the exploration. If you put point of view from both players, the Viper has explored the whole map basically, Nicov not.
Yeah.
So that's basically the exploration because the KD is almost the same, so it's kind of fake that the score difference. Oh, but this is really great. Nicov find the other TC, and now he can disturb the Viper economy properly. Oh man, this is important. And now the Viper is having the castle at home, but there's so many Gebetos coming. The problem with the
They need to
Gebetos
continue,
is
man.
they don't have the range.
If he moved forward, if he sees this, that castle does not go up. That will be a doubt castle. There's no way Viper completes that castle if Nicov just sits on the other side of it here. Yeah, this could be awkward for Viper. It'll take him some time, and then there's Gebetas from Nicov on the other side. I like what Nikov's doing here, man. He's making Viper work for it, and he's not playing the type of game that we saw in game number 1 with a standard approach, which Viper's amazing at.
Yeah. Now he's a lot better, and now he's converting the Gebeto. Okay, but that was a great conversions. The Viper got 2 conversions. That was fantastic. We have to stop telling good things for the player because when we do, the Curse Caster happen, Tristan. So we have to say terrible strategy by Nicov, and then he will win and go to Imperial. You know.
Nicov.
I mean, you see it, man. It's happened all the time, man. It's happened all the time.
Oh man, Nicov.
Okay.
Man, Nicov can't see the gold. Look at his TC on the left. He's 1 tile away from seeing that gold, so he can't see that. So he's gonna run to the middle because he needs gold right away. It's small differences like this that could change games. Like if he placed a safe TC, I feel so much better about his position. Many people might see this TC in the middle and think it's good, but if Viper spots that and Viper gets military, Viper might push that position at some point, so it is risky.
Yeah, for now it's fine. Oh, W tax just now. Damn, did I notice? He just made W tax now. It's still, Nicov has a lot better population, Tristan. So right now, the score is still tricky.
Yeah, and like
what the Viper is gonna do now because he's behind in economy and he's behind in military.
Viper had double bid axe and horse collar right away in feudal, so that was what, like 15 minutes ago, and Nicov didn't have double bid axe until recently, and resources collected is pretty much the same. So that tells you how good Nicov has been able to boom despite the awkward timings here. And again, I think Gebeto are a problem, but I like this from Nicov. I think you need a couple monks out in the field to heal up your Gebeto and keep them re-healing because they're just so weak, man, when they get hit. They're only 40 HP.
Yeah, it's still somehow with less TCs and less delays, the Viper resources collected are the same. I believe is the effect of the charge that give you 10% more efficiency.
Yep.
It has to be that,
Yep.
right? Has to be that. So, and the game is still very close. Then who has advantage here?
Viper continues to just try and snag relics, which is so funny to me. He's lost like 5 monks trying to get relics, just passing on the left side, but Nicov notices the monk, also notices the Manaspa, and a great engagement for Nicov. That's a great find.
Let's see if he's gonna be able to take something. For now, he's not really taking too much, and now he's moving with the Monaspas, as you mentioned. 83 population, 66. The Viper is gonna see now the Tone Center in the middle, and the Viper need to do something because right now Nicov is starting to have a very nice position. I don't know what you think.
No, I agree with you. I'm curious to see if Nicov can find some stone, because from what I'm seeing, after Nicov finds the TC from Viper on the right, A castle drop there would be sick, man. Because Nicov, he's not there all the time, but he kind of controls the left-hand side, right? Like, that's a little risky for Viper because that's where the Gebettos could come in. So that's what this map normally turns into, is denying expansion and TCs on the extra stones and golds. Both players will have to continue to work for control there.
And the Viper has less farm, a little bit more farms, yes, but it costs also resources. He had the efficiency, all the free food for Nicov in those berries, he's taking them all.
Yeah.
Without needing to do any farm. It's true that it's tricky because when this is going, it's gonna be gone, then you have to farm all this, because if not, your farming is a lot weaker than the Viper.
And Mem,
so
I mean,
it's tricky.
If you run out of berries, it would be really ideal to just bring those vills forward, drop a castle on Viper's TC, and then take the other berries. Honestly, it seems like a weird thing because we don't see it all the time, but it really would make sense.
It's not a stone.
Yeah. He might actually take stone now. He's actually scouted some of his stone near his base, but Viper with the 2 knights at the very left there is patrolling that area because he knows Nicov might go there at some point.
Yeah, people are still asking how is Viper ahead in the score. Well, I don't know.
I thought you had some explanation for us.
No, because now the exploration is even similar, you know, and the population is better for Nicov. But Nicov is now getting the score lead. He's gonna take now some more buildings. And 86 is 23 army, and we didn't talk about the late game.
I think
Georgians
Malians. I think Malians are better. Like, against good Cav civs, Georgians, Lithuanians, I think they're better. The main thing that Viper would need to rely on would be gunpowder right now, which is the same thing we saw Hart have to wait for. But you have to wait, Mem. And oh god, the Gebetto get caught out by the Manaspa.
Exactly.
And Nicov, that's the issue with the Gebetto right there. And that is why many of our viewers do not think Gebetto are as good as the pros do, because you make one mistake and your whole army can just disappear.
Yeah, and he's lucky, Tristan, that he didn't have husbandry and he's doing now. Because if he got having the husbandry there, he will have killed more and more. And now those Monaspas will recover the HP. Remember, cavalry from Georgian recovered the HP. Village number is still behind, but he has wheelbarrow. So basically, the economy is almost the same. That's why the Viper is still ahead with the economy. Those, man, 2 days in a row watching those Gebettos. And we probably didn't see this before. What is he doing, Nicov, there? That
was definitely a misclick from Nicov there. We called a misclick. Also, just a small note is the reason Viper didn't have husbandry is because Nicov destroyed his stable while it was researching husbandry. So Viper
look at the middle. Look at the middle. Oh, sorry, Tristan.
All good.
Look at the amount of Monaspas, and he do not notice. He's going to kill now a few villages. And now raiding on the left. This is also the problem with the Monaspas +2 and the mobility they have. He killed few villages there, and that can change the game completely, because the economy advantage is basically gone.
Yeah, and it's like everywhere Viper has eco, he has a church, he has a TC. It's all protected. And the Gebetto can't find an area to fight right now, Mem. So that was Viper's answer. He says, okay, well, I'm not going to fight the Gebetto. I'm going to make you come chase me. And yeah, Viper's evened up the Vil count now. Viper still has the 4 relics that he's worked hard to collect. And Mem, he could soon have another castle too. This could be a big problem for Nicov because you have to stop these raids.
Yeah, crazy. Look at the score, how it exploded in the last minute. It was ahead for a moment. Now the Viper is taking the score lead, but not only the score lead, the KD lead. But it was a crazy raid. And now on the right side with more Monaspas, it's still wall, okay. But he's still being very active with those Monaspas.
Yeah.
And look at the economy average now, Tristan. KB Plow, handcard, everything.
Mem, this brings us back to something we talked about, right? Yes, mobility is insane, right? And Viper's using this mobility. Nicov has an army that Viper can't fight. The way that you play this, ideally, if you're Nicov, is you force Viper to fight it. And the only way Viper is forced to engage is if you're going forward for a castle in the face, right? If you are denying a lot of the map. And right now, Nicov doesn't have that option. So Viper's just going to dance around him like this.
The fact is that who is going to make the castle is going to be probably Viper, probably in the middle to deny that TC with the gold. Because remember that, look at the Malians, the gold bonus, he has Nicov a very balanced economy. 0 wood, 0 food, 1,300 gold.
Yeah, crazy.
Sick.
It's been, I mean, Nikov's has had more population for so long. That's the thing. It's like he's losing villagers. That might change, but he's like still actually had more population. But Viper's just picking him apart, and it's game 1 all over again, man.
Exactly. I was about to tell you, don't bring you some memories. Deja vu again, and starting to raid. Look at now the village is different. What?
Imp from
Imperial?
Viper. Imp from Viper. And a castle is going to go up towards the middle. Nicov. This is Nikov's time for a forward castle. I know it's bad, but his army is way stronger than Viper's. He needs to patrol that army across the middle. He needs to YOLO something on Viper's face. Oh, man. You're telling me Nikov's not going to see that castle?
Don't see it. He went away
Oh,
using the right
my
time.
God.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
That's such a risky
it's coming
castle.
Now. It's coming now. It's coming now. Viper is there, but now he's having also a few monaspes, sending more monaspes himself. The economy for Nicov is getting okay to go up as well. He is still with better population. He's not too far from clicking up. And like we were talking, also university upgrades. So cheap, but look at those monaspes raiding and raiding. And obviously this map also, Tristan, is kind of unwallable, honestly.
Mem?
This castle is gonna be up. Ooh, is it out castle?
I think this castle could be denied here. Viper doesn't have the... Well,
Ooh.
okay. He has the vills.
Okay.
And Nicov didn't think he could deny it. Nicov really needs to deny that castle, though, Mem. When he sees Vipers and Imp, his heart's going to sink.
He's gonna quit when he's reaching it. Look at the score now.
Yeah.
Look at the score now. And the most important, the KD now. He has killed 42 villages. And 30 is in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Insane.
Honestly, what a
seriously insane.
What a game for Viper here, right? Like Nicov made him work. Nicov threw something at him that he probably wasn't expecting to face up against today. Viper's misclicked coinage. I'm sure Viper knows that does not work in 1v1s, but we're certainly going to make fun of him for it if he actually completes coinage.
It's over. He called it.
The GG's called, so no coinage for Viper. Nicov realizes he'll lose full control. What a game. What a game.
Can you screenshot the coinage? And then we post on... no, it's okay.
No, I can't. I've learned you can't make jokes about Viper because his comebacks are always better. So I just shut up. That's what I do these days. But
let's be honest. I think this has been a very good game, and I don't really see mistakes by Nicov. I just believe that the Viper played great this game.
Yeah, I agree. It was an amazing game. It was an amazing game. I think like the reason Nicov did so well is also part of the reason why he lost for me, and that is actually just the chaos, right? And throughout all that chaos, there were two things, which you may call one thing, that was the issue for Nicov, and it was he didn't have scouting on the side golds and stone. He's there now, right? He has the stone and gold now. But remember when he built that third TC in the middle, he had no vision on golds. And like, that is a big target in the middle. This is like saying, hey, come raid me with Manaspa. And so many villagers died here. It was such a headache for Nicov. And I really do think the stone thing was a big thing here too, Mem. If before Viper had the Manaspa numbers, there was the time and the eco setup for Nicov to have the stone for another castle. And if he had another castle, Viper would have struggled more, but a really good game here. Nikov's got to be wondering what more Tristan, he can do.
Tristan, look how the Viper expanded on the middle and on the right, but his main food was on his main base still, with 35 farmers in that small area with 3 charge.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So he expanded as well, and he barely got raided in this farming area because he got the castle and the charge. So that's why his economy exploded, basically.
Yeah, it was so good. And it also, at that point, it reached a point where he wasn't being rated at all. Like, Nicov, I knew this game was over the second Nicov had to send all of his Gabetto home. Because that was the same thing that happened in game number 1. It's like, if Viper is raiding you and you're just chasing his units, you're dead. Because his eco is untouched. You need to be harassing him all the time. But a good attempt there from Nicov. I think that strategy made so much more sense. It looked so much better than I thought it was going to 2 minutes into Castle Age for Nicov.
Okay. In Mongols here should have the early advantage, right?
I agree. Mongols have the early advantage. Mem, just talk. I had the spectate bug that you have too sometimes, so I'll be in like 30 seconds.
Okay.
So just talk. Go for it.
Thing, right?
Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, well, as you can see, guys, Mongols and Japanese, he's trying to lame that word. Is not laming. Why the Mongols who have the advantage here? Well, with the Mongols bonus, and he has already 4 boards under the TC Nicov, Tristan. In minute 1, 30 seconds, he has 4 boards under the town center with the Mongols.
I mean,
but Japanese, the longer the game goes, be careful with them.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing here, Mem, is you have to kill fast here if you're the Mongols. And for Viper, you have to stop from being killed off here. So I've finally been able to join you. I will see all the boars that Nicov gets here. But I think you got to see like fast scouts, fast archers. If you want to get real crazy with it, could even see man-at-arms here from Nicov. Because you're certainly going to have the food to afford that.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I mean, they started the game 3 incredibly fast because remember that there is 2 minutes spec delayed.
Yeah.
So they went right away from the next one. Didn't take, a single second, you know. And the thing is, Nicov is going to go up super quick. Into what? I like that he did the lumbercamp far, but the Viper is lucky, man.
Ooh.
He saw the lumbercamp, man. He found out. And look at the barrack he's doing close to the lumbercamp.
You know, this is a strategy that I saw from Jordan. I forget which event it was, because it wasn't Warlords. Jordan is pretty much retired again. But Jordan did this. Maybe in Warlords 2, Mem, it could have been.
It was Warlords 2 because Warlords 2 is not that far.
Yeah, it was like a year ago, right? Yeah,
it was Warlords 2.
So it was with Kimura, I think. But, you know, this happened, and I think also Sebastian or Yo. Anyways, it's happened before where the player looks for the lumber camp, and they go for a sneak barracks. And look at Nikov's scout at the moment.
Look at the boar.
Oh, look at the boar at the moment. Oh no! No, Nicov! He didn't kill the boar. He needed one more hit, Mem, but he loses the Vil. Disaster for Nicov, and this is before his woodline gets drushed.
And this is the kind of game that you tilt, and it's a quick win.
Yeah. I mean,
you know?
he may have already been a little frustrated coming into the game, so that doesn't help, but good quick walls from Nicov. And he actually protects himself there, Mem. That was sick.
Yeah, that was very good. But now, look, the resources. Because of those militias, he's going to be out so quick. But what you do now, he has no resources to make RC rings or stable. So right now, this quick cap, oh my God, the Viper is going to make him get angry, really angry. He's going to wall. He's going to wall the woodline. Tristan, he's walling the whole woodline. And with the 3 militias, Japanese militias that attack faster. Well, not yet. It will attack your feudal, right?
You can't attack. Hold on. You can't. Viper can't attack the walls if he walls in the walls. Right? So it's like, so this actually might be good for Nicov. Nikov's like, no. Fine, I'm extra safe now.
You can make a tower then.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's a problem, you know. That's a real problem with the tower. Or then Archie is coming because he will do an Archie range following, I believe. Oh my God. But look at Nicov. He needs now this table. And honestly, I don't know if you want to do this table now against Japanese. It would be better to have a Archie range approach, no?
I think I like the scout. Ideally, you do both here, I think. I'd be curious to see if Nicov can find more hunt, actually, man, because Viper lamed the hunt originally, and Nicov is actively scouting the north. This is really good adaptation from Nicov, because you always want more hunt. It's not just the starting boars. Viper, that's also very far from where Viper's going to attack. So I think one thing you got to do when Viper's in feudal age, if you're Nicov, is tower that woodline. Just, you don't want Viper to do anything fancy. You just don't want to have to think about it. Build a tower on the woodline, Nicov, and then worry about attacking Viper.
But the thing is, maybe what Viper is just doing is just to get time for himself to be up. Because right now, look, he's going to invest the scouts into try to clean those militias while the Viper is just doing archery range.
Yeah.
And those militias are Japanese one. He's probably not going to make even many times for now. And now the woodline is walled by the Viper. Doing the many times now, those many times are not going to be afraid with one spear also there. About those scouts, Tristan.
Yeah.
Viper's in a good position.
Yeah, Viper's going to threaten here. Nicov knows the range is coming up, though, so Nicov should have an idea that a tower is needed. You have to be careful where you tower if you're Nicov, because in theory, Viper could tower way behind the woodline later on. Viper preemptively walls his woodlines now because he knows the scouts are coming. So that's good. Viper saw the scouts. He said, okay, he must be coming to my base because he's not attacking me anymore. And almost everything except the berries right now walled up for the Viper. That's hard to do on this map.
Well, the tower is coming now defensive for Nicov. But the problem is that now Viper can do a tower on the left where he is there with the archer range. And then the Woodies is still half behind, and it might lose villages. This is looking very, very awkward from Nicov right now. I don't know what you think.
Well, I mean, Nikov's got the hunt, right? Nikov's got the hunt. Nikov's got more farms than Viper. Nikov's adding a range. The wood, I think, is actually going to be okay. Viper's tower will be annoying, but actually, that might be out of range of Nikov's tower. I think it's awkward for Nicov, but he's building up towards 7 scouts here, man. 7 scouts and a couple skirms, and all of Viper's army's dead. So this could be good for Nicov. I think it's really easy for us to think, ooh, Viper this, Viper that because of this series, but I like Nikov's position at the moment.
Okay. Let's see, because he has the problem is the men-at-arms and the spearmen. He want to kill the archers, but with those men-at-arms and the spear close from Japanese is not easy. The tower will be up. Obviously, doesn't have the fletching, so without fletching, as you mentioned, not going to be so strong, that tower, and he's trying to take it. But he's going to go there with the men-at-arms and the archer, and he will probably make those scouts run away.
Nicov should fight that. Right. Nicov just needs to kill this. Yeah. He just needs to kill this. Like, kill the spear first, and then you actually could clear the rest of it reasonably well. That's an amazing fight for Nicov. And actually...
But he bring another. He's bringing another, and the tower is up. So, and those scouts are really low HP.
Yeah. Oh, man. Nicov needs to delete some of his own walls, and he needs to take the trees on the right side of this wood line. Really awkward, man. I mean, it must be such a pain to be Nicov right now, because Viper is making him work so freaking hard.
Yeah, because right now, if you check in capture is at the bottom right corner, efficiency for Nicov 47%. 47%, 500 resources more collected. Now doing double attacks. It's true that the Viper doesn't have double attacks either, but it's already again 500-600 resources more collected, because the Viper is playing today. Well, very aggressive, because this is a very aggressive gameplay here with those militias and all the wall. He created the chaos in this chaos category map.
The thing I'll say, all of Viper's military forward. And so he doesn't really have an army to defend himself. Now, before spears worked fine, but now that Nikov's bringing ranged units, Viper would need a tower or it needs something else.
He did this table at the back right now, so he's gonna make a hole for the Viper. Didn't finish that palisade. That's a mistake that usually Viper doesn't have, and this is costing him a lot of villages now, and that changed the game completely.
Yeah, and it's still completely. Nicov has not lost a lot back at home. Nikov's catching up on eco upgrades. He's still moving around the map and hunting, and Nicov, you gotta kill that villager here. But amazing job from Nicov, man. Like the odds are stacked against him, both in the history between these two and the way the series has looked so far, and he continues to fight back. I love the spirit we're seeing from him.
Absolutely. He's doing really, really well now, but the 2 scout and the spears are going to be a node, because those spears are from Japan. That are really great, but how is it even possible that after losing... I'm missing something. After losing 4 villages, he's only 1-2 behind? Okay. Well, he lost 1 before.
Yeah.
Maybe he did tone watch, and I didn't notice. Let me check.
Yeah, it's probably maybe a couple techs, maybe getting housed here, there, yeah. So what I'm worried about, what I'm worried about right now for Nicov is he is very exposed with the new wood line, right? So normally you start with that wood line and move to the outside, but because of Viper's tower, he's scared to do that. So that is the area where Viper could really pressure him. But, I mean, he has as many scouts as Viper. Viper hasn't found those villagers on the outside yet. Oh, actually, Memb, he did find it. He found the stone, and Nicov saw, because of Town Watch, the scouts moving that way, and he walls it. That is so well done from Nicov there.
Yeah, but there is a problem there, is that Viper also have another 3 villages there in the north, if you can see, sneaky. So might do a meal on those berries, maybe. or market. I don't know, because look at the Viper economy market, as I was telling you. The market is already there. He's going to buy the resources, and he's going up to castle. How is this even possible?
Yeah, he just balances eco so well. I'm laughing because those 3 villagers kind of feel like it's a good position to tower. But that is a very Viper thing to just try and hold control sneakily in the side of the map. And yeah, Viper doesn't need to worry too much because Nicov is looking for his armies. So Nicov, I think if you're worried about your opponent hitting you for a minute, sure, go ahead and look around. But much longer than that, Mem, you just have to say, screw it, I'm going to go kill him and go attack him. And that's what Nikov's going to do.
But how he's gonna do it now? Because the Viper.
Oh, the hunt, the
is
deer.
on the way to castle.
The deer to the right of the stable. The deer, Nicov, you could see the deer. It's right at the edge of the fog there. Viper's got
But
villagers exposed.
He only see the deer, and he didn't notice. It's just, I mean, we noticed because we are paying attention to those details. But he's just that deer only. Didn't see it or didn't notice. That's crazy. That's really, really crazy. Oh man.
Oh, man. Viper's going to be... He's got 2 stables, Memp. He actually has a really healthy farming eco. He still had the deer. He's going to even take more deer with those vills now. And Mongols with Steppe Lancers. It could be really painful for Nicov to try and defend from this.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is now that if this map was a map that, like, you are far, like lowland, you can wall, how you wall here.
Yeah.
He's in castlage.
Yep.
In 30 seconds. Double stable. And Nicov, with more population, with better score, is far from going up. How the Viper managed the economy to be up? Seriously.
He just...
How he did it.
Yeah, no, I agree
insane.
with you. It's crazy. I think a lot of it comes down to... Like, remember that whole time we're just staring at Nikov's woodline?
Yep.
Like, Nicov had to reposition a lot this game. Viper got to make every decision on where his eco went that whole time. Like, we never had to look at Viper's eco being disrupted. And idle time and efficiency, really big factors. And now he can make knights. He's actually not going to make Steppe Lancers. Knights, even stronger than Steppe Lancers. And Nikov's woodline. Oh, look at him run. They're like, hide. Quick.
My goodness. You need to wall completely. Yes, he's going to go away. The archers are coming. I mean, he's doing nice because he's Japanese, man. Nicov is the one with the Mongols. So, but it's still... Yeah, okay.
Those are
he's not
Viper's
losing
walls.
villages.
Nicov has to be careful. Viper could have deleted some of the walls, and Nicov just gets the walls down. Really well played. Viper's there with archers, though, and now a tower needs to be dropped as well. I'm struggling to see many positives for Nicov here, Mem. He's just got too many knights coming his way from Viper right now.
I mean, he's holding. If he's not losing villages, he's still 5 villages ahead. But that's the problem now. He lost all the army.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the army, and he has monks on the field, and now the knights can go and raid these farmers. I mean, he's still not walled completely, but yeah, and he's very close to the DC if he's going now with those knights. But it's so difficult.
Look at, I mean,
honestly,
scouts from Nicov are going to find some villager picks here on
some
Viper,
damage.
which is really good. But just the fact that Viper is out there with no spearmen, that just tells you how comfortable he's been in this game. This is a very exposed area, but he's felt that he's had control, and he pays the price there, losing his 7th villager of the game.
Already, man. Yeah. But still, army matters. He's doing a 2nd tower. Look at the siege workshop. Nicov is still okay, but the knights are coming.
Oh,
and
by the way,
try to raid. He's gonna create some damage. Tell me.
I just realized Viper can't make. I thought Viper was Mongols.
I told you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was really confused for a second. I'm like, man, how is Nicov making Steppe Lancers with Japanese? Did I miss something? My bad. My bad.
Tristan, you're still on holidays, right?
Yeah,
You're
that's
still
true.
kind of on holidays, okay?
Still
Okay,
rusty.
okay. I forgive you for that, okay? Anyway, look at that TC behind the woodline and the goal. But husbandry. Okay, but the problem, guys, is not only that he was confused, it's that I said to him and he ignored me. You ignore me. What is this? Tristan? My goodness.
Sorry, I must have
look at
missed
the mango
it.
now.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Look at the mangonel. Ay. He's
No
gonna take some
way.
village. He cannot see the mangonel. Look, get village there. No, he saved it. Nah, he lost one.
Well, I mean,
it's crazy.
it's still some great damage from Viper. Like, you lose the siege, but look at the idle time, man. Everything's idle. Inside the tower, inside the TC. I think once Viper drops a TC in his exposed areas on the right, I feel like he's got this game locked down. And actually, he drops a TC there now.
The wood is open. The wood is open.
Oh.
The Viper. Let's see. But the Lancer has 6 HP. Okay.
Actually, yeah. Wait, hold on. Japanese Lancers. Yeah! Japanese can make Lancers. Let's go. I know my stuff.
Just only to make you feel better.
Of course.
Okay, the Japanese can do Lancers. And look at now the TC on the right, the TC that you were mentioning. Oh, and now he take with Belize. Well, all that, how is Nicov handling Belize?
This is
I don't
crazy.
understand because he's feel that Viper is raiding him all the time,
Yeah.
which is true. He's raiding him all the time, but he's still ahead in Belize. But the truth is, Tristan, zero army, man. He has no army. He has nothing.
I think this game has been so, like, more multitasking than maybe I've seen on any other Alpine game. There's so many different freaking spots for these guys to look at right now. Nikov's got random towers and TCs everywhere. Vipers has his eco all spread out. But I think the final nail in the coffin is coming, Mem. A castle is coming to Nikov's base. Where will Viper build it? Do you build it next to the main TC? Or do you build it next to the new TC, where the gold is?
I don't know. But he's coming, and I think he's gonna make it on the TC on the goal, and not in the main TC. Look at the castle he's doing. That's
man.
The game. That's the game.
Yeah,
Like,
if that goes up, that's the game. And I just don't see how it gets denied. Nicov doesn't have much army right now, unfortunately.
But we talk many times about Viper being greedy, playing for the boom with the macro. Not in this game.
No.
Tristan.
Yeah, this was great
Not
from
in
Viper.
this game, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been a fun series. I know it's a 3-0 right now, and it's going to be tough for people to think that Nicov could reverse sweep the Viper. But game 1, maybe a bit of a boom fest. Game number 2 was wild. This game was crazy messy. We had the Sneakville. We had the Woodline walled in. Nicov finding some good Ville picks on the Viper. But in the end, it was just Viper making it to Castle Age so much faster. I don't know how he did it, but he was just so
Japanese
calm.
with Lancers. I mean,
and-
incredible game, right?
Yeah. His Viper guy is
But
so
no, but
good.
seriously, this game has been, and usually this map, it can be longer because it's bigger than people think, but this is a chaotic category, and it definitely fit with what it should be, this map. And this gameplay in this kind of map, and I enjoy a lot with these ones because it's been aggression from the start, but I really still impressed how he reached Castle Age this fast.
Yeah, that's so good. I mean, in
Seriously.
some ways, the idle eco, if you look at the bottom left, tells the story. But at that time, I mean, it was much earlier than this moment. I'm still just so impressed by
20
it.
minutes.
Yeah.
20-minute castle, but with 3 militias, remember, wall at the palisade, towers forward, archery in forward, then he did a stable at the back, like he was doing stuff, Like,
Yep.
It's crazy.
But it's not.
Very
I
crazy.
also think even the Vipers won 3-0 and he did some funny stuff here. None of this is trolling by any means. He has to bring his A game.
No.
The sneak barracks was absolutely like that's a strategy that I think works well for this map and we've seen before. So and Nicov as well is really making Viper work for it. So there is that. I feel like Nicov 3 years ago, if he's down 2-0 to Viper and he goes into game 3, he doesn't perform that well, Mem. I think he maybe is tilted and he can't bring that level. But his level that he's bringing today is really solid.
Tristan, let's hype everyone. Almost 22,000 viewers on the first round of the tournament on a Tuesday. So with all, with all your YouTube, with your channel, with Dave, with all the YouTube channels and so on. And because we cannot count the viewership from the Chinese as well that are streaming everyone, that's a lot of people on a Tuesday weekday, amigo.
A lot of people. Mem, there's so many people watching Warlords 3. We are affecting the world economy because at least half the people watching right now are supposed to be working. Not trying to call them out, but absolutely just, clocked in, working, but, they're really just paying attention to the game right now.
Yeah, let's forget the inflation for a moment, right? Okay. The Viper Dravidians and Nicov romance. You know how much I love Dravidians. If not, I can tell you that I love Dravidians. I'm very sarcastic.
Do you actually? Okay, I thought you hated them.
I hate them, of course. I believe Romance is better in this matchup, or Dravidians can have the edge here because of that bonus wood that you can get, and being that close, it can be tricky.
Well, so here's the thing about Dravidians, right? They look great until they don't, right? So you need to always maintain the lead is basically what I mean by that, because they don't have, they lack options with their tech tree, which means it's hard to come back, let's say. But when I think about what Romans do well, I think the Dravidians actually match up quite nicely. Romans would, usually go for like infantry type play, which Dravidians can match. Or they're going knights, which Dravidians have cheap pikes. And or they're going scorpions and Dravidians have cheap siege. So Viper loves the Dravidians. I know it's a civ that some people hate, some people love, but I think if Viper goes for some early aggression here, I think it could be pretty solid against Romans.
Okay, so you love it. Okay.
I don't love no. I love them on migration. Okay, you're not gonna catch me saying I love this civ on any other map. So I'm not gonna
think. Okay, this is the thing. You really think that if the Viper was in 3-0 and in this position, he will use Dravidians in Habub?
I have to see the rest of the draft, but honestly, with Viper, yes. With Viper, yes.
Well, Viper can do it. Yeah. Okay. You got a point there.
Yeah.
Not gonna discuss that. You got a point. It's the Viper, right? And he usually do this kind of thing. And then you interview him and he say, "Why not?"
Yeah, he's like, "Why? Dravidians are good, man." And it's like Viper. Viper has the luxury of making a lot of things look good. Man, here's a question for you. Now, this could be controversial, but be honest. Do you think that some players are so good that they can make like a bad strategy look good or a bad civ look good? Or do you think the strategy is always perfect and the strategy is
so good
what matters? Because my take is sometimes there's
crap
bad
and they make good.
Yeah.
I agree. So it's not that controversial. It's also a compliment for the player, actually. It's about the strategy, and because how good they are, and with the mechanics, they may lose great.
Yeah.
But then all the players that don't have the same skills, they try and they die.
It actually bothers me. Like, I actually get annoyed when a bad strategy works, like, that the average individual or even people at the top shouldn't be able to do. But Viper he's been one of those, right? He could do some crazy things and make it work. But here, I mean, he's not going to be able to do anything with the man-at-arms so far. Nicov just walls him out.
Yeah, well, but look at the Viper. He's up with 3 militias without the loom. So in a map like Habub, he doesn't have the loom, you know, and that can cost him, I believe, even Nicov pay attention, but he didn't. That village will die, but not anymore because he's going to have the loom already. And now he has the 200 wood extra. So do you think he should do the man-at-arm? I mean, for now, he doesn't have the gold, but maybe the man-at-arm says it's not worth it anymore, right?
Yeah, I mean, in the previous game, what Viper did was he didn't get man-at-arms right away. He was expecting his militia to be killed. But then when Nicov couldn't kill the militia because of a spear coming forward, he went for man-at-arms. So it looks like Viper would do the same thing here. Nicov is going for some very awkward walls, but it does protect enough of the map right now and give him more than anything the opportunity to just focus on killing Viper right now. The last thing you want to do is focus on just defending against Viper because he'll pick you apart.
Oh wow, and he's doing the man-at-arm. You know, look at the awkward walls, but efficient for sure. But we see only 3 scouts. Well, now the Viper is gonna probably go aggressive with a lot of army. He's having archers already. The man-at-arms are already doing the job there, and he's bringing also a spearman. So it's gonna be difficult to get kill that army by Nicov. He's forced to make the archer range, so it's gonna be a full feudal battle, Tristan.
Yeah. Yep. Seems like it. Yeah. Habub can turn into that, and I think part of that is just because of how awkward the walling is. A Viper did choose to take the wood line on the outside, and he's walled it in, but you can't wall in the stone line there, so you can't ever get a full wall down. And Nicov should take this opportunity. Viper not paying attention to his gold. What's going on here, Nicov? That first one should have been a Vil kill. And I guess he thought that Viper was close enough to the TC where Viper would have saved it, but remember, I think he could have killed that Vil.
Yeah. Yeah, I was checking also the north at the same time because he was almost getting inside, but he didn't at the end. But still, it's so close to the TC. And with the arrows, the scouts just go down super fast. Look how close it was. It wasn't that close, and it's still... One is half of HP, and the other almost half of HP, so it's tricky.
Yeah.
It's very tricky. Still, they're being conservative for now, because in this kind of map, and when you are doing that amount of army, kinda snowball, right? Snowball a lot.
Man,
so
but
if you lose a battle, I mean...
Yeah, I agree, and I think winning that battle is important. I wonder... I feel like we're going to see supplies, Memp. I'm thinking about this. Like, Viper's going to be up against a lot of skirms. He already has man-at-arms. He's Dravidians. Techs are cheaper with Dravidians. He might want more men-at-arms. I think Viper might sneak in supplies at some point and go maybe even for a second barracks. We could have full man-at-arm play in the feudal age.
Well, let's see. For now, he's doing fletching. He needs definitely more farm for that. He's holding a little bit the berries. A smooth play by the snake for now. Well, the whole city has been playing really nice. If you, yeah. And remember that the winner of the series faced the winner between Doubt and Balls. Can you see it at the Viper Doubt on quarterfinals the next Friday?
Yeah,
Holy moly, man.
Yeah, I could see it. I also like Barles is playing better than ever.
But Balls.
So
yeah,
like
Balls, be careful with him.
Yes. Yeah. He might not have the name power of Doubt, but I think Barles will like his chances there. And Viper pushing forward, can't break through yet, but Nicov will find this Vil who's built the outpost on the side. So that's a free villager kill. But how is Nicov supposed to defend from all this infantry coming at his base right now?
Well, he has 2 skirmishes. I don't know if he's gonna be a node because that barrack is about to go down. And the delay was killed. Oh, he's not killing the delay. He's attacking the palisade. Look.
Yeah,
he's gonna kill the scout.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, he shift queued away. He thought he clicked the Vil. He thought he clicked the Vil and shift queued away. And oh no, he clicked the palisade wall and shift queued away. I mean, it's been 3 games where Viper's dominated him. It's easy to misclick every now and then. And also, you try to do too much, so it's like you become hyper-focused on the next move instead of just doing the simple things there. Oh, man. Poor Nicov.
Yeah. Well, his ability always, it's not like the game is over because of that or something, but man, you have ability there to kill and, need to be focused 100%, otherwise big problems. Like big problems. He's now behind in abilities the Viper, but that's because he's doing wheelbarrow. So, Viper has a lot of army now here, and with fletching and armor, so he's ahead right now.
I mean, that villager better take some opportunity to do some amazing things with her life. She was just given a second chance that a lot of villagers don't get, so we'll see what she does. She's probably can't believe it. She's stunned. She can't work right now. She's still so unsure of what just happened.
Well, probably Viper is like, what happened here too, and is only doing houses, but now in the middle of the map, close to the Viper base, you can see the Viper economy.
Yeah,
he's
so
using
good.
The market, and he's gonna go up to Castle Age. He has a good farming here. How many? 14 farmers with wheelbarrow already. 12 farmers for Nicov, but he's farther. He's definitely far away from Castle Age in comparison with the Viper, right? So he's looking good for the snake again. Tristan.
Yeah, and like there's
Really
been no
good.
villager kills this game. The KD's really even, but it's just the minor differences in efficiencies. And oh man, we see the second barracks. Viper says, "Oh, it's a skirmore, huh? Let's go for some freaking longswords in Castle Age. I like it."
Yeah, and in Habub is a map that you can really do that, and with that army, he can take the buildings in front. It's true that Nicov is going to go up quicker, but this is the thing also. If Nicov manages to go up Castle Age and then do the upgrades, he gets +4. He get double the upgrades with the blacksmith from Romance. But is Romance gonna do infantry or he will do double stable? Because if he's doing double stable, then the Viper is gonna take it.
I think you go 1 stable and maybe scorpions here. Like it depends on your resources. So I don't know if Nicov can afford double stable, but it's actually not a civ you need to be that worried about. Heavy infantry play against here if you're Romans, because you have the super cheap scorpions. But then again, it's like you don't win the game with scorpions, man. You need something more, and knights would be strong unless Viper goes heavy pikeman. So far, Viper hasn't actually produced a lot more infantry yet, so I don't really know what his plan is.
Well, he's doing cavalry, Nicov. I mean, he knows that usually cavalry works very nice against Rapidians. He's expecting probably to be up quicker than his opponent, which is not happening. You see, guys, that his village ahead, but he's not his village ahead because he has wheelbarrow, the Viper, so he's fine. And now the Viper is going forward. Look at the wood he has, the Viper, and he will get 200 extra more. Yeah. He's gonna go Siege shot forward, and whatever, he's gonna try to go all in 1 TC, and he's gonna work. Tristan.
I mean, this is so nice for someone like Viper. Like he could spend these resources on so many things. I think he may add a town center. He can also get pikemen because that upgrade's so cheap. Plus the monastery, plus the siege workshop mem. I mean, this is like dream scenario for Viper. Already up 3-0. Pretty solid feudal age. Didn't lose the villager somehow, and Nicov He's just going to be stuck here. And not only is he going to be stuck here, he doesn't even know that Viper has that push there.
Yeah, I'm checking his point of view, and as you said, and we confirm, he doesn't see anything there. But he's even doing Hearthstone. How many times you see Hearthstone in minute 19? You don't, right? So he's doing the upgrade for the infantry. He has the pies coming. The knights are going to move around. The mangle is there already, but he's gonna be down, and the push is real. And Nicov is at the limit with the resources. How are you gonna stop now the push?
Yeah, it's just, and it's so fast. It's so fast, man. Wow. It's immediate. He brings a monk out. He converts your knight. The siege is directly on where you're taking wood, and it's just a frustrating situation and a sad situation for Nicov, who really has had a good series today. The game 2 and game number 3 in particular, I think were amazing, but it's just Viper things, man. The Viper's always been insane against Nicov. Look at him just save his Mangonel there. Did you see that gate between his opponent's buildings? What was that?
I'm there, man. I'm there to avoid that he's going, and now the Mangle is forcing him to go away. Look at the pikes. The monk is going to go down. Not really, because he has the pikes. Oh, he took it there. Okay. And look at the pikes here.
That's crazy. I mean, and man, there's just nothing left for Nicov. Anything Nicov has is just going to die to what Viper has, and he calls the GG. Viper wins 4-0. Perhaps an expected result because of when these two, because of the history between these two. But I do think we had a good, solid performance from Nicov today. It was just Viper doing Viper things, and Viper moves into the quarterfinals.
Tristan, today that we said many times about if the Viper, you know, because how Hera is playing and performing, this today has been Viper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Viper, you know, has been a real good performance from the Viper, and Nicov didn't make, well, the only mistake is that village that he didn't kill in the game 4. I don't think Nicov did big mistakes or anything.
Yeah.
Good gameplay, but Viper is using another level.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's just, the issue in this game is that Nicov didn't do anything to really take a lot of initiative. Every single, like the theme of every single game is the second Viper got initiative, the second he had any type of control, it's game over. Because he's gonna switch to different spots, and Nicov tried his best, but I think Nicov should be really proud of himself. He did 4-1 Leary in the qualifier to make it into the main event. I know that like last year was a bit rough for Nicov after not qualifying for Hidden Cup. That was a big blow to him, and I think he's looking really sharp right now. So I hope that this doesn't, make Nicov doubt his abilities any. He was just up against Viper. That's it at the end of the day, and he should keep grinding.
Well, almost anyone facing today against the Viper probably with the Viper playing like this will have the same result. So not that he's so shame of his performance for sure.
Yeah.